Yo, what's up guys? You got pokeaim here, and today we are back, oh my gosh, with another Pokemon Sword and Shield Wi-Fi battle. This Malamar just floated up to me. This is not the battle, by the way. But I will put down this Malamar, assuming I do have a bug type attack. Well, this Malamar has completely walled me, unfortunately, because of its dark typing. But if you guys missed any of my previous Wi-Fi battles, which hopefully were not like this, where I forfeited on turn 1, you can check them out in a playlist. Also, I'm on my way to 300,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Feel free to subscribe. I'm really excited for the Crown Tundra. I cannot wait to use, honestly, like, everything when it comes out. And the new Reggies and things like that, too. And sorry I haven't been too on top of this new season, but I've just been very, very busy. My puppy was recently spayed, so she just got out of the 2-week recovery. But during those 2 weeks, I focused more on her than like getting a second video up every day or something like that. So, yeah, we do have a sponsor for today's video, but let's listen to that, and then let's get right into the team, and let's get right into the battles. And we got a Terrakion, and we got a Miltank on this team too as well. Shout out to Venom Saber. Let's see what we got. This Wi-Fi battle is sponsored by Guardian Tales, a classic action-adventure RPG with really cute pixel graphics, a unique story with more than 50 characters and over 200 different types of equipment within 10 different equipment types. You can actually acquire these through loot box summons, and there's a lot of content to go through in this. They have the 4-player co-op mode, which you can do with your friends, of course. You can also do real-time co-op raids, as well as real-time 1v1 PvP. Maybe you're more of a singles player and you want to play through the game itself by doing puzzles, battling monsters, and fighting secrets. They have a really unique tower and dungeon system, basically where you can only clear stages with specific weapons and character types. And then they also have the floating castles, where you can create your own floating castles, and basically it generates wealth over time. Or you can be in guilds and they can be customized. You can walk around them in real time with other guild members. The game is really easy to play, and you help me out by clicking out that link down below. Thank you everybody for watching, and let's get right into this Wi-Fi battle. Also, just to know, if y'all want me to use your teams, leave them down below. Leave the codes, leave a poke paste or like an import of your team, so I know this guy has a very crazy character. look at it. But leave your code down below and all that stuff, because I'm willing to use anything. I honestly just want to have fun. The other day I used like Defense Curl, Rollout, Sand Slash, just cuz, right? I just want to enjoy myself. But we have some really cool Pokemon here today. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Miltank. That's the mascot. We have Terrakion with Weakness Policy, which I think is going to be so great because Cinderace is gone. And that mon was like ridiculous with Dynamax, honestly. We have Illusion, Zoroark, and instead of using the counter anti-lead that a lot of people are using, we're using Nasty Plot 3 attacks. And then we have like some backbone, stallish backbone with Pyukumuku, Toxapex, and Corsola. So yeah, yesterday Wi-Fi battle was fire, so make sure y'all check that out as well. Let's get right into ranked, and hopefully we can find a game. I mean, I know Terrakion is like going to be very good at hopefully winning, but I think I'm more excited about, I don't know, I'm kind of excited about Zoroark. It's always a fun mon to use, I feel, especially because you can pull so many things with it, because like, if I disguise it, for example, as a Corsola, as the Galarian Corsola on my team, and then they have a fighting type in front, and then they go for like knockoff, or they switch because I'm a ghost type and I can potentially burn them with Will-O-Wisp if they don't have guts or whatever, you know, things like that can happen. But oh my gosh, this dude has some threats. However, Terrakion looks incredible in this game, absolutely incredible. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Terrakion in this game. I also like Miltank, the mascot. I got Fire Punch, I got Thunder Wave. Not the worst. Depending on that Urshifu, Pyukumuku is not bad. But I do like Terrakion. I think Terrakion in the back is very strong. I think it's a good answer to a lot of my opponent's Pokemon. I feel like I can also abuse Zoroark as well. So I think I want those two. And in the back, I'm leaning towards Toxapex, because they might try and taunt me with their Grimmsnarl if they lead off with that. And Toxapex also gives me an answer for like Urshifu if they're like the water one. And they might try and taunt me. And because I'm a dark type, I can Nasty Plot up. I can ignore the taunt because prankster moves don't work on that if they're Grimmsnarl. And then I knock them out with +2 Sludge Bomb. So let's see how that works. But yeah, basically my Zoroark is going to come out disguised as Toxapex. Alright, so they lead off with that, which of course was Como. I had no idea. I actually fooled myself for a second and thought I had a Toxapex as a lead. Now, I don't have the best moves to hit them, so I'm going to go out into Pex here. I do have Haze. Do I have haze? I don't have haze on this Pex. No, I'm stockpile. What am I saying? But I do have toxic, which will go a long way versus Como. As they end up switching out. Where'd they go? Grimmsnarl? They go Ferrothorn? They went Ferrothorn, so obviously not the best case for me. I kind of like the idea of bringing out my Terrakion and trying to get my weakness policy activated. Like as early as possible. I know Hard into Terrakion isn't the best play, but like... Ooh! Oh, never mind. I'll get the delicious, nutritious, justified boost. Let's go, baby. Let's go right now. This is Choice Band Terrakion at this point. I'm going right for that close combat. This is Choice Band now. They gave me the boost. So unless they Dynamax themselves, they're not going to appreciate it. And nothing on their team likes this attack. Like, Como is coming in on a potentially... Ooh, Scyther. I'm faster than you, sir. So unless you're Scarf... Yeah, unless you're Scarf, I'm going to destroy you with Stone Edge. So maybe they'll double here. But like I said, I'm +1 and I'm faster. Come on, land. Hey, that is going to die. Beautiful. Not bad. So I want to be very careful around Ferrothorn, obviously, but I'm pretty sure that like what's gonna happen is they're gonna go Como. They might try and set up or Dynamax or whatever. I'm going to close combat them because essentially it's a Choice Band close combat since I'm +1. And then I'll use Toxapex to, I mean, if they don't Dynamax or do anything, I'm good. Oh my god, yo, you are a beast. What a beast. As they go for Clanger's Soul, and they can't even do it. Yo, okay. Terrakion put in too much work. Terrakion, calm down. They're going to forfeit. Terrakion really just killed everything because it's crazy. I benefited from their own attack. I didn't even need my weakness policy. Even if they Dynamax Scyther, it would have died because it was a +1 Stone Edge and they're 4 times weak. And my dude said, nah, I'm not playing no more. I'm a DC. So, I mean, who knows what happens, but Terrakion definitely got to take that thumbnail no matter what. I'm going to play a few more games, obviously, but I think Terrakion has to take that thumbnail because that was like a clean sweep. So, also, I love the fact that Toxapex forced Como to switch out. But, yeah, guys, we'll pause until we find another battle. I'll be right back. All right, guys, we got another one, and whew, one more time for Terrakion, baby. I love Terrakion in this game as well, just for Snorlax and even things like Primarina. It's all right. Okay, I might try and do this again. I might try Dorok as a lead, and then hopefully they lead Primarina. I Nasty Plot up, and they try and go for Psychic versus my Toxapex, and then I just smack them with that Mon. But the issue is that doesn't really deal with too much of their giant problems. But having Toxapex in general is just very strong because that'll help me deal with... I'm very much weakening myself to their Dracozolt, which is really good versus me. I want to say I bring Corsola, but I don't like it either because it's useless versus Snorlax. And I'm a special defensive Miltank, which isn't bad here, but eh. Alright, we're going to try the Zoroark lead and hope they lead off like Primarina. They think I'm Toxapex. They go for Psychic as I Nasty Plot, and then I smack them with +2 Sludge Bomb. And then we'll keep Terrakion in the back as something that can hopefully reverse beat them with Dynamax or something. We'll see what happens, though. Alright, so lead off with Noivern. They find my Sash. Doesn't actually help me. I think I'm actually just going to go right out into Toxapex here and just go for Toxic. It's a guaranteed land. So we know they have Noivern. I don't really know what Noivern wants to do here. Specifically? If they bring out Dracozolt, it's an issue too. But again, I can probably endgame with Terrakion if I need to. As they go for Air Slash. Are they Specs? That did nothing. That really did nothing. Okay, so this is a pretty free Toxic because besides Gengar, it hits everything. Unless it's like Immunity Snorlax, I guess. But then I can go for Stockpiles as well. So I'll live Air Slash into Draco, and getting a Toxic off on something like Dracozolt can go a long way too. I mean, I wouldn't mind it on Noivern either, I guess. Like I said, I suppose they could Dynamax if they want to. They end up Dynamaxing early, so not the worst case for me. That leads me to believe that they might have Dracovish in the back. So I want to be careful about my Pex. In fact, what I might do is I'll Toxic here after I live their attack. I'll switch into Zoroark to let them take 2 turns of, basically it forces 2 more turns of Dynamax, and then it keeps Toxapex alive for like Dracovish and stuff. They go for Max Overgrowth, which isn't even going to do that much. And that's Solar Beam. That did not do that much at all, and that actually heals me. And so after I switch out with Regenerator, I'll be at 100%, which will be enough to take on Dracovish. And that's a guaranteed land because I am a Poison type, and Poison types always land their Toxics. That's cool to know, though, that they have Max Overgrowth. So that means that I wouldn't want to use something like Terrakion versus them. So only one of their fossils can be Choice Scarf. I don't know if it's going to be Dracovish or it's going to be Dracozolt. But if it's Dracovish, it's a problem, so I'm going to switch into my Zoroark while getting my Regenerator with my Toxapex. And, yeah, we'll be able to stall the Dynamax turns. So this is really good, too, because when you have a weakness policy mon, for example, Terrakion, and it's going to be in the back guaranteed, I'm happy about it, you know? And depending on, like, I might want to... I think I'm going to go right back on to Toxapex just because I don't know, like I said, what their Dracozolt or their Dracovish will have. So I want to be very, 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 very careful. So I'll use it basically as a means of pivoting and keeping as many Pokemon alive as possible. Because you can see I'm basically at 100% here. I'll eat their next attack as well. I'll eat their Air Slash after. And I have all them turns of Poison starting to rack up. Because if I can keep 3 Pokemon, I will. Max Air Scream would do a good chunk. But honestly, not even that much. And I still get the recovery from their Overgrowth and from everything as well. Because what I won't want them doing is going out into like Dracozolt after and messing me up with that. So I think what I'll do here is, as easy as it is for me to click Recover, because I live their attack, I'm going to go for Toxic just in case they want to try and bring out, you know, that Dracozolt or that anything really on me as they go for Draco Meteor. And they do miss. Draco Meteor into another attack would not have knocked me out, just seeing how much that their other move did. But, I mean, it sucks for them, right? I mean, I'm glad with this thing going down because only this and potentially a Scarf Pokemon and Gengar are faster than me. So I'll recover once. Let's see if they do go Dracozolt. They do opt to Air Slash again. Like I said, Draco Meteor would not have knocked me out, so I'm not as worried. And this should be their last turn of Terrain as well, and then they die to Poison on the next turn. Yep. Let's see if we can get a recover if possible. Because I'll live the Draco Meteor right now. I would have actually liked it if they hit, because that way I can guarantee live the next one. But I guess they could have crit me too. I did not get flinched. Perfect. Hey, Toxapex doing exactly what Toxapex likes to do in basically every tier that Pex is allowed in. It is coming through and it is living every single attack. That is exactly what Toxapex loves to do. So let's say they bring out... if it's Primarina, I think I always go out into my Zoroark, because if they sub or come Mind Up, it's a problem, and Psychic is something they could do too. It is Primarina, so I always go Zoroark, which has Sludge Bomb. Just in case they want a Psychic, I get that Sludge Bomb off, I do some massive damage back. And then we hope that Toxapex is enough, because the only reason you bring this in is if it's sub or if it has like Calm Mind or an ability. Yeah, it has the ability basically to smack me. So that was like that would be the only reason why you bring this thing in. And I guess it comes down to what their last is too. So we're gonna Sludge Bomb here. Best case is they actually don't opt to knock me out, and they actually go for Calm Mind, so I get a little bit more damage on them for my Terrakion. But Max Rockfall is gonna give me a special defense boost anyway, so I'll be able to live their hit, and I'll get the weakness policy as well. But they make the right play, which is going right for Moonblast. I love that we're seeing Toxapex and Sub-Calm Mind Primarina, and those are both like OU staples, because people will use Sub-Calm Mind Primarina as a way of dealing with Pex. So it basically right now depends on, I guess, what their last is. If it's Scarf Dracozolt, it's a problem. Otherwise, I think Terrakion can deal with it. I definitely Dynamax here, and I go for the Max Rockfall, which gives me the special defense boost anyway, because Sand boosts Rock-type special defense. And let's see how this goes. Let's see if your boy can do it. I got young Terrakion in the back, so we'll see. I mean, Terrakion been goating this entire video so far. I mean, this might just knock it out, too, if it's offensive. But I doubt it. I'm pretty sure it's max HP. That looks like it's just in torrent range. Or maybe just outside of torrent range, actually. That'd be really good if it was just outside of torrent range. As they go for sub, which I don't think was the play. I understand they were trying to waste turns, but this is amazing because now I'm at full HP. And the only Pokemon that could knock me out from this HP is Choice Scarf Dracovish locked into Fishious Wren, which physically defensive Toxapex will just beat them down. So I don't know what Terrakion been doing, but that's the second time somebody tries to do something. Nice. It's you. Let's go right for that Max Quake. I mean, this mon's obviously a problem, but if it's Choice Scarf, it should die. Hey, and Terrakion once again staring down the opponent and just not caring. Terrakion definitely MVPing it up. All right, guys. So I mean, that was a relatively shorter one, but big Terrakion put in some work. My next Wi-Fi battle should be on. Let's go up Thursday. Friday I got Pixelmon and Showdown Live. So my next Wi-Fi battle should be going up on, I would say, Saturday. Let's look at the team. Let's see what they had. So it's Choice Scarf Dracovish. We mean there were not Scarf on that mon. It was Life Orb this. Ooh, with Thunder Wave. Oh, they don't run Fire Fang or Flamethrower on theirs. That's cool. So, I mean, I knocked them out. Or even if I lived on, like, one, they died of Life Orb plus Sand. So, even if the Premium Arena hit me, though, they definitely lost because they weren't Scarf. Either way, thank you everybody for watching. Oh, crap. I was supposed to make... I completely forgot. I was supposed to make a video talking about like why the Mons got banned. Well, yes, it's obviously the top 10 in singles and doubles that have the most usage. I forgot because I was so busy. But I guess I could still do that if you guys want to see that. Though that probably won't happen until legitimately next week because my Saturday Wi-Fi battle is going to be a 6v6 Wi-Fi battle because it's a WB. So, or either Saturday or Sunday, depending, because I'm playing Friday night, Saturday morning at 2 a.m. So, hopefully that goes up Saturday. But if not, let me know on the next one if you actually do want me to still explain. Like, and it's more than just, oh, man, it's more so what it means. Not like I would say, oh, yeah, they got banned because they were popular. But why were they popular, right? Like, Cinderace is an easy one. Cinderace is probably, and I'll talk a little bit, Cinderace is probably the most broken Dynamax Pokemon on that Battle Stadium has ever seen, right? Not only does it have high speed and a fantastic move pool, but it gets stabbed on every single attack. It goes for a flying type attack like Bounce, it becomes a flying type. Not only that, but Max Air Scream gives it higher speed, so it's even harder to deal with. It's even harder to revenge kill. Like some of the better answers are Mons like potentially Toxapex or in Galarian Corsola because they can Strength Sap or Toxic or Haze or just wear it down and be able to recover. Even I've seen Toxapex lose because they come in on Max Knuckle and then they do too much with Max Airstream after, right? Top of that, it has Max Knuckle, so it gets the +1 attack, right? On top of that, it's Sucker Punch, so not only can it still deal with a faster Pokemon like Dragapult inside and outside of Dynamax, but that obviously becomes the Max Darkness move as well. And then its G-Max is just so powerful too. Like, so that Mon, I'm very glad to see that. Ooh, just smacked my switch. Come back. You good? Okay, we're good. Kind of. Kind of. I'm very glad to see that Mon gone. I'm going to be honest. I think it's opened up a lot. I do think that Dracozolt is something that has benefited, but every single time I've used Dracozolt personally, it hasn't been the greatest. But every single time I play Dracozolt, though, that is a completely different story. But either way, those are my thoughts. That's my thoughts on at least Cinderace. And if you guys want me to go on down like the list and when I feel like I think that is the most broken one. I'm kind of surprised that Urshifu just barely missed the cut, which is interesting. I think it should have been maybe top 15 instead of top 10. I think that would have been pretty cool too, because I feel like we would have seen a huge difference and a huge shift in everything. But yeah, if y'all want the team, you guys already saw the code. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. You can check out that game as well, and I'll see y'all. Peace.